Sean Strickland shows himself to be a classless individual once again. Every time he opens his mouth, it is a septic tank of conscious thoughts. He says Paige VanZant said she made more money on OnlyFans in 24 hours than she did in the UFC. Let's unpack. 1. You were signed because you're hot. 2. Women's MMA is lame. 3. Men will pay more to see you naked than to watch you fight. Stay in school, kids. Fighting sucks. Okay, so number 1, I don't really disagree with. However, Paige VanZant does deserve respect. She's got in there, even in the bare knuckle ring. She's down, okay? She's 100% down. She fought Doug Rose. She got beat up from pillar to post and showed a lot of toughness and heart in that fight. And listen, at the end of the day, regardless of how it goes in the octagon, she stepped in there, okay? She stepped in there and she deserves respect. And if anybody knows that, it should be Sean Strickland. But of course, he's just yapping here. He goes on to say women's MMA is lame. Listen, women's MMA... do I get hyped for every women's fight that comes on? No. But do I get hyped for every men's fight that comes on either? No. Men and women, some fights are good, some fights are bad. Some of Sean Strickland's fights suck. Some of his fights, when you watch them, they put you to sleep. It's a snoozer. Okay? He was actually getting criticized for having a couple performances that were downright boring in a row. People were like, where was the Sean Strickland that fought Uriah Hall? We want that Sean Strickland. We don't want the Sean Strickland that we're seeing now that's just jabbing his way to a decision and losing that decision, mind you. So, things like that, okay? And then crying about it. Oh, I really beat Jared Cannonier. No, you didn't. You didn't get your hand raised, okay? So, women's MMA is lame. Listen, women's MMA has given us some great fights and great moments, okay? Holly Holm versus Ronda Rousey is one of the greatest performances and game plan executions of a game plan that you will ever see, okay? Joanna Jędrzejczyk's career, Weili Zhang, Yao Xiaonan on the come up now. Jessica Andrade. Bro, did you see over the weekend Jessica Andrade? First of all, Jessica Andrade's highlight reel is, damn near second to none. And the way she beat up Mackenzie Dern, bro, like, you're going to tell me that was trash? You're going to tell me that was lame? You're going to tell me that was the bathroom break of the card? No, it was not, man. No, it was not. And you're just yapping if you think so otherwise. You're just talking the mess. Like I said, a septic tank of thoughts. 3, men will pay more to see you naked than to watch you fight. Yeah, that's fair, but, it's a evil world we live in, as Future said. It's an evil world we live in. To which Valentina Shevchenko responded, interesting unpack here. That looks more like an offended kid who got less money in his entire fight career than female fighters do. Good try. Maybe UFC will see that and add some cash to your purse next time. So before I go to Sean's response, I'm just going to say that Valentina Shevchenko is a multiple-time champion, defended her title several times, something Sean Strickland has not been able to do. And, I think she deserves a hell of a lot more respect than Strickland in terms of whose voice matters in the sport. Valentina Shevchenko carries herself in a classy way, in a way that you would look at and say, yeah, I would want my kid to show the same sort of character traits as her. I wouldn't want my kid just yapping there, being loud, obnoxious, and a bully, which is what Sean Strickland is. If you watch his interview on the MMA Hour Live where he goes on Ariel Helwani's set and he's like, pushing him around and saying all these really mean, crude, crass things. Again, a septic tank of thought is what Sean Strickland is. Nothing really intelligent ever comes out of his mouth. But I will say a broken clock is right twice a day. So he will have his moments. But, let's get into his response. Valentina, you lost to a girl who pulls guard. You look like you learned striking from a YouTube video. LMAO, female MMA. It's like watching children fight. It's fun, but we all know it's trash. You only have a job because you know when to put on heels and take off your clothes. So, okay, when he says female MMA is trash, there's trash MMA in both men's and women's, okay? And like I was saying earlier, guys, that Jessica Andrade Mackenzie Dern fight, that was a fun fight, man. The careers that we've seen sprout from women's MMA have been great. Some of the fights we've gotten are great. And some fights that we've gotten, not so great. And that's just the way it is, bro. That's just life with anything. Men, women, doesn't matter. So he's just yapping here, and that's my take on it. My final take, my final roundabout take for Sean Strickland is he's finally the guy who, when he's yapping, because he has that UFC belt and because he's got some popularity behind him and because he went at Israel Adesanya, who a lot of people don't like, and when a lot of people don't like one thing and then this guy comes and also doesn't like it, now we like that guy. And because of that, people are sitting around the campfire eager to hear what Sean Strickland has to say. Yes, Sean, give us more, please. You're so interesting. But Sean Strickland has never truly experienced that. Sean Strickland, for the most part, when he speaks, people look at him like, yo, this guy, what he's saying is cringe. They look at him like he's a cringe loser. Whereas, now they look at him as, oh, it's Sean Strickland. He tells it how it is, and he has his little cult following, and he's getting a little high off that, in my opinion. And I think he needs to be brought down a bit, and that's what I'm here to do, and that's what I'm here to call out, is the nonsense. That's my take on it, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. If you agree, disagree, it doesn't matter. Join the discussion, and please follow for more. Thank you. You are appreciated.